In 1989, a noted poet, playwright, and theatre personality Safdar Hashmi was murdered for staging a play that was critical of the government. In 1998, Deepa Mehta's film Fire went viral without the presence of Twitter and Facebook. These incidents are a proof that intolerance कोई नई बात नहीं है, and it's not at all related to a particular political party. Last week, Indian intolerance hit a peak when a content creator ended up giving rape threats to a comedian जिसके jokes उसे पसंद नहीं आए. I mean, we just hit the ball out of the park. A rape threat on Instagram and YouTube for a joke that she made last year for which she publicly apologized.
उनसे मैं क्षमा मांगना चाहूंगी.
Now we all know that हमें ऑफेंस लेने की आदत है, फिर चाहे वो स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी में मारे गए जोक्स पे हो या किसी अनरिलीज फिल्म के फिक्शनल कैरेक्टर्स पे. दिस इंसिडेंट मेड पीपल स्टार्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटॉलरेंस इन इंडिया. अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल सेड दैट इंडिया में तो ऐसा होता ही है, आर्टिस्टिक फ्रीडम नाम की कोई चीज नहीं है. While a lot of you might think that intolerance is a very recent affair, let me remind you of some incidents from the past in which we were extremely intolerant. In 1989, a noted poet, playwright, and theatre personality Safdar Hashmi was murdered for staging a play that was critical of the government. His play Halla Bol was to support the workers of the labor colony from Jhandapur near Delhi. Shabana Azmi shamed the Congress party at the 12th International Film Festival in connection with his murder. In 1998, Deepa Mehta's film Fire went viral without the presence of Twitter and Facebook. It was the first mainstream Hindi film that introduced homosexual love. The film got critical acclaim in all the film festivals across the world, but not in India. मुंबई के गोरेगांव से लेकर दिल्ली के रीगल सिनेमा तक द थिएटर्स वर वैंडलाइज्ड एंड पीपल वर पुश्ड फ्रॉम द मिडिल ऑफ द शोज. शी वाज आस्क्ड टू पब्लिकली इशू एन अपॉलजी, नॉट फॉर रनिंग द कंट्रीज इकोनॉमी टू द ग्राउंड और डूइंग नथिंग टू इंप्रूव द स्टेट ऑफ women's safety in this country, but for making a film because some people couldn't understand the filmmaker's point of view, when all they could have done was not buy the ticket. We all have known the age-old battle between Anurag Kashyap and the CBFC of India. His 2003 film 5 was banned by CBFC क्योंकि कुछ लोगों के हिसाब से it had too much negativity and it was unsuitable for the society. उसके पहले भी Anurag Kashyap's Black Friday was banned for 2 years before getting a theatrical release. 2015 saw a major debate around the growing intolerance in the country. Actors like Amir Khan, Naseeruddin Shah, Shah Rukh Khan spoke on these issues. All of them were instantly labeled anti-nationals. Amir Khan was also asked to leave the country. Imagine someone who was born and brought up here, has worked their entire life in this country, was asked to leave just like that. इसके बाद इतना जरूर हुआ कि some of the most influential people, चाहे वो एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री से हो या स्पोर्ट्स से, उन्होंने अपना पॉलिटिकल ओपिनियन देना ही छोड़ दिया. सही भी है, किसे चाहिए पूरा मॉब जो सारा दिन बैठकर सिर्फ डेथ थ्रेट्स और रेप थ्रेट्स ही देता रहे. In 2017, संजय लीला भंसाली's Padmavat faced a similar fate even before it was released. मतलब बिना फिल्म देखे कर्णी सिन्हा वाले went to his sets, vandalized it and assaulted the director based on just rumors. Actually, the year 2017 was a big question on India's artistic freedom when it came to films. उस साल India topped the list of countries that censored the most number of films. I mean, हमारी कंट्री उस लिस्ट में टर्की, चाइना, फ्रांस, यहाँ तक कि पाकिस्तान से भी ऊपर थी. These incidents are a proof that intolerance कोई नई बात नहीं है, and it's not at all related to a particular political party. So before you guys start dropping बिका हुआ media, one-sided media and anti-national and shit like that, these incidents prove that intolerance 2014 के बाद से शुरू नहीं हुई, वो हमेशा से ही थी. So it's very important कि आप क्रोनोलॉजी जरूर समझिए, because 2014 के पहले किसी दूसरे गवर्नमेंट के अंडर भी इंडिया एज अ कंट्री हैज नेवर बीन लिबरल इनफ कि वो आर्टिस्टिक फ्रीडम को पूरी तरह से एक्सेप्ट कर सके. इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ दिस दैट थिंग्स इन आवर कंट्री आर गोइंग फ्रॉम बैड टू वर्स. और उससे भी बड़ा इशू ये है कि एवरीवन हैज अ वॉइस टुडे. पहले सबके पास प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं होता था बोलने के लिए, बट अब कुछ लोग इस यूनिवर्सल प्लेटफॉर्म को हेट मॉन्गरिंग के लिए यूज करते हैं बिकॉज उनके पास पावर है और एक लॉयल फॉलोइंग है. सो इट्स नथिंग लेस देन अ ब्लैक मिरर एपिसोड राइट नाउ. सी, authoritarian regimes are very much against comedy or any kind of free speech for that matter. But what about free countries? क्या गवर्नमेंट के अगेंस्ट जोक मारना क्राइम हो सकता है? क्या कोई जोक या कोई भी आर्ट फॉर्म इतना ऑफेंसिव हो सकता है कि वेन्यू वैंडलाइज कर दिया जाए? या कॉमेडियंस एंड आर्टिस्ट शुड एक्चुअली स्टार्ट वरिंग अबाउट देयर सेफ्टी? इस क्वेश्चन को इस वक्त सोचना काफी इररिलेवेंट साउंड करेगा व्हेन देयर इज अ पैंडेमिक गोइंग ऑन, पीपल आर लूजिंग जॉब्स लेफ्ट एंड राइट and our healthcare system has gone for a toss. Amidst all this, अगर एक जोक ने कुछ लोगों को इतना ऑफेंड कर दिया that they started giving rape threats openly, then there is something fundamentally wrong with our society. It somehow proves that अगर चीजें ऐसी ही रहीं, then art will one day die in this country and only hate will survive. तो आखिर ये मॉब है कौन? This is the herd mentality that is taking this country backwards. और ये कार में बैठकर वीडियो बनाने वाले उस मॉब के लीडर्स हैं जिन्हें पता है that they are being backed up by some kind of power. पहले हम ही उन्हें मीम बनाते हैं, then we glorify them to the level कि वो नेशनल टेलीविजन पे आ जाएं, then they become influencers with a massive following. ये रिसेंट शुभम मिश्रा का एग्जांपल ले तो ही क्लियरली सेड कि उसके फॉलोअर्स ने उसको बोला था कि इस कॉमेडियन पे वीडियो बनाने के लिए. So he did that for likes and shares. User generated content, guys. So the blame entirely lies on us. It's just shameful that artistic freedom curb करते करते we have glorified such people who are giving graphic rape and death threats to women openly without any fear. And when questioned and shamed in public, they literally justify a criminal offense of such level by saying, what about that comedian who made that joke? What have we become? In a democracy, everyone has the right to disagree and form their own opinions. But you can't force your freedom of speech over someone by threatening them or vandalizing a property. How can we possibly think that art can thrive here independently if that's the state of artistic freedom in this country? So it's our responsibility to stop being influenced by random people on the internet who don't have any credibility. We have to stop making them our heroes. We have to stop seeking opinions from provocative people who use abusive language while talking about something serious. Because they are only doing this for the following. They just want to be noticed. It's time that if we really want to see some change, we have to start supporting the real art. Because for a truly free society, it's very important for the art to thrive. And maybe become a bit more tolerant towards each other by having a discourse through conversation, the way humans were supposed to do. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And for more such videos, subscribe to India Times.